time is 8 o'clock. You are listening to JFM 95.5, Jejelaye Garden City of Ogboro Road, Shaki, Oyo State, Nigeria. Many thanks for joining us. Good morning. Here is the hot news. I am Aminat Olayinka. Buhari seeks cooperation for tackling common global challenges. President Muhammad Buhari has emphasized the need for global community to work together in confronting the various common challenges facing most countries of the world currently. He spoke at a ceremony to receive letters of credence from ambassadors of Republic of Bulgaria, Mr. Nyanko Yordanu, People's Republic of China, Mr. Kui Chianchon, High Commissioner of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Muhammad Tayyab Azan, Ambassadors of Republic of Turkey, Hidayet Bayraktar, and Ukraine, Valery Kadoda, at the State House. According to a statement issued by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, President Buhari observed that menace of COVID-19 with spillovers into dwindling national economies would require a global framework to ameliorate burden of struggling citizens and reignite growth. Buhari seeks cooperation for tackling common global challenges. Artisanal refineries in Niger Delta will soon take off, says federal government. The federal government on Monday said that it was working on the artisanal refineries in the Niger Delta area and that the project would soon be launched. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Ita Enang, disclosed this at the inauguration of Francis Olabode Johnson Foundation in Abuja. Comrade Francis Olabode Johnson, popularly known as FOJ, was the President of Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria before his death 2 years ago at the National Hospital, Abuja. Artisanal refineries in Niger Delta will soon take off, says federal government. Stop threat. PDP tells Buhari as federal government again promises tough actions. The President, Major General Muhammad Buhari, retired yesterday and warned people behind security problems in the country, saying he would soon be hard on them. Buhari also said secessionists were too young to know loss of lives and other tragedies that attended the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970. Buhari said these at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, after being briefed by the chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, on series of attacks on facilities of the electoral body across the country. Stop threats. PDP tells Buhari as federal government again promises tough actions. Buhari to arsonists, killers, agitators, I will shock you. President Muhammad Buhari yesterday reflected on the worsening insecurity in the country, saying that the incessant attacks on the assets of the Independent National Electoral Commission will not affect the conduct of 2023 general elections. He maintained that concerted efforts will be made to secure future polls in the interest of democracy. The president lamented that the attacks were orchestrated to make his administration fail. He said those behind the wanton destruction will soon have the shock of their lives. There have been several attacks on the offices and other assets of the Electoral Commission in the southeast by gunmen. Buhari to arsonists, killers, agitators, I will shock you. Insecurity won't define our administration, says federal government. Insecurity will not define President Muhammad Buhari's administration, the federal government said yesterday. Rather, the administration will define by massive achievements. The government declared it insisted that Buhari's legacy is assured, despite the negative comments of those it described as naysayers. Information, Culture and Tourism Minister Alhaji Lai Muhammad made the claims at a media briefing on the mid-term report of the President Muhammad Buhari administration. Also yesterday, at different fora, governors, the Sultan of Sokoto Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, and other leaders suggested ways on how to halt insecurity. Insecurity won't define our administration, says federal government. Nigeria's COVID-19 vaccines roll out in African best so far, says WHO. The World Health Organization yesterday ranked Nigeria's COVID-19 vaccine rollout as the best in Africa in terms of storage and utilization of the COVID-19 vaccines for its population. It's noted that although Africa has not received its fair share of vaccines owing to global vaccine shortage, many African countries cannot still utilize their vaccines before they expire. It stated that many countries are now looking up to Nigeria to learn how to better roll out vaccination programs. WHO country representative Dr. Kazadi Molombo spoke during a joint news briefing on COVID-19 vaccination update of the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, WHO, and the United Nations Children Emergency Fund in Abuja. Nigeria's COVID-19 vaccine rollout in African best so far, says WHO. 1999 Constitution must be reworked, says Gbajabiamila. House of Representatives Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila has said the 1999 Constitution is being amended to address critical national issues the current document has failed to address. The Speaker said this yesterday at the opening of the zonal public hearing on amendment to the Constitution in Lagos. He noted that the current document falls short of this standard, explaining that this is because the 1999 Constitution is the product of a horrid national compromise that we entered into 2 decades ago in order to ensure that the military return to the barracks and that return to democratic government. 1999 Constitution must be reworked, says Gbajabiamila. Bring Gulag's killer to book, says Umahi. Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi has urged security agencies to arrest the killers of the former presidential advisor Ahmed Gulag. Umahi, the Southeast Governors Forum chairman, spoke after a Zoom meeting of the regional governors where they lamented the tragedy. The forum condemned the murder and expressed solidarity with Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma. Umahi enjoined security agencies to nab the masterminds of the killing. In a statement by the Ebonyi State Governor, the forum commiserated with the bereaved family and the government and people of Adamawa State. Bring Goliath killer to book, says Umahi. Emmanuel urges council chairman to replicate state economic programs. Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel has urged local governments to replicate economic exploits of the state in their areas. He spoke yesterday at Ikot Akpa Nkuk, the headquarters of Ukanafon local government, during the maiden Ukanafon Economic Development Summit to mark 45 years of the creation of the council. The governor said economic activities in the urban areas of the state should be replicated at the hinterlands through local government chairmen. Emmanuel urges council chairmen to replicate state economic programs. Anti-graft war. Customs CG top officers to declare assets. Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service and the agency's employees are to declare their assets as the federal government widens the scope of its anti-corruption war. It was learned that asset declaration covers all cadres of staff in the service. The declared assets will be verified by any agency mandated by the government to do so. The dates for the commencement of asset declaration by customs officers has not been fixed, but officers will disclose their assets under the same law applicable to bank workers. Any customs officer found living above his income risks 10 years in jail. Anti-graft war. Customs CG top officers to declare assets. Masob. Biafra's spirit can never be quenched. A leader of the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Uchenna Madu, has hailed the people for complying with the sit-at-home order. He said the late Odumegu Ochukwu, who declared the anniversary 54 years ago, remained the greatest Biafra hero. Madu said yesterday in a statement that the success of the exercise was a demonstration of the people's unquenchable quest for Biafra. Our people have made a statement that can never be ignored, he said. Masob, Biafra's spirit can never be quenched. Doctors to CMD. We are not playing politics. Association of Resident Doctors at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, has replied the Chief Medical Director, Prof. Jesse Otegbayo, that it is not playing politics. The doctor said conditions have been unbearable for them due to the 5-month salary for the hospital owes them. The CMD last Friday said that the doctors refused to call off their indefinite strike despite the management's plea and intervention by stakeholders. He said the doctors' demands were not peculiar to UCH, adding that they were national issues. Doctors to CMD, we are not playing politics. Fiance lead investigator to ncdc officer shallow grave 18 months after disappearance. The remains of an officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Josephine Uche, who was declared missing a few days to her wedding in 2019, have been found in a shallow grave in the Obi local government area of Benue State. Josephine's family had on December the 20th, 2019 declared her missing after going to the market to buy stuffs for her wedding. Sources revealed that Josephine's body was exhumed last week from a shallow grave in a neighboring local government to Otukwo. Fiance lead investigator to NSCDC officers shallow grave 18 months after disappearance. I saw oshiomole is in Yamu's congratulatory message on social media, says Obaseki. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has denied receiving the congratulatory letters written by the duo of former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Atan Oshiomole, and the candidate of the APC in the last Edo State governorship election, Pastor Ozage Ize Nyamu. Obaseki, who spoke to his supporters along Ring Road, Guinea, yesterday, said a sincere congratulatory message ought to have been written directly to him and not shared on social media. He noted that if the authors were serious, they would have printed them on their letterhead papers with their signatures on them rather than posting it on the internet. I saw Oshiomole's Izenyamu's congratulatory message on social media, says Obaseki. Fayemi swears in acting CJ, one special focus on sexual crimes. The governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, on Monday called on the judiciary to accord special attention to issues of rape and sexual assault. Fayemi said critical and decisive action on the social malices has become necessary as a result of the increasing cases of rape and defilement flooding the cards in recent times. Fayemi spoke in Ado-Ekiti on Monday while swearing in Justice John Oyewole Adeyeye as the acting chief judge of the state to replace Justice Ayodeji Daramola, who bowed out from the bench last week. Fayemi swears in acting CJ, one special focuses on sexual crimes. Coming from Kaduna, FRSC clamps down on vehicles with expired document, old number plate. The Federal Road Safety Corps Kaduna State Sector Command has begun clamp down on driver plying roads with expired vehicle documents, old number plate, and without driver's license. Newsmen report that the exercise, which began in Kaduna, Zaria, and Kafancha, local government areas of the state, was a joint operation with some key government agencies. They include the Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service, Police Department of State Services, Nigerian Security and Agents, and Civil Defense Corps and Kaduna State Traffic Law Enforcement Authority. Kaduna FRSC clamps down on vehicle with expired document, old number plates. Gombe State starts second dose of COVID-19 vaccination. Gombe State has commenced the administration of the second jab of COVID-19 vaccine. The Commissioner for Health, Mr. Abu Dairu, disclosed this at a news conference shortly after Governor Umahi took his second jab of the vaccine yesterday in Gombe. Dairu said the state has about 78 posts across the state where the vaccination is taking place. According to him, more than 47,000 people have been vaccinated, representing a total coverage of 103% of the state. Gombe State starts second dose of COVID-19 vaccination. Anambra residents count losses over seats at home. Anambra State residents are counting losses following the sit-at-home ordered by the indigenous people of Biafra leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Monday. Traders, shop owners, workers and others who resumed yesterday said that over 20 billion naira would have been lost in the southeast. The zone was paralyzed on Monday as IPOB declared sit-at-home in remembrance of Biafra soldiers who died during the war. Markets, schools, banks, and workers that observed the order resumed yesterday. Anambra residents count losses over seats at home. Seven died, 475 structures destroyed in Bilirubi violence. No fewer than 7 lives were lost and 475 structures destroyed during the Bilirubi violence in Gombe State in February, a report has said. Malam Adamu Dishi, the chairman committee of assessment of damages in Bilirubi crisis, disclosed this while presenting the report to Gombe State Governor Umahi on Monday. Violence erupted in Bilirubi local government area of the state in February as a result of alleged state government's delay in announcing the new Maitangu after the demise of Mr. Abdul Buba Maisheru. Dishi, who is also the Commissioner for Internal Security and Ethical Orientation, said out of the number, 41 houses, 401 businesses, premises, and 33 workshop centers were all burned and 7 lives lost. 7 died, 475 structures destroyed in Bilirubi violence. WHO grants emergency authorization to second Chinese COVID-19 jab. The World Health Organization yesterday granted emergency approval to a second COVID-19 vaccine manufactured in China. The shot, developed by pharmaceutical firm Sinovac, as the highest standard in terms of effectiveness and manufacturing, the WHO said. According to WHO Strategic Advisory Group experts, the jab prevents COVID-19 symptoms in 51% of vaccinated people. Another vaccine by Chinese manufacturer Sinopharm was already authorized on May the 7th by WHO. WHO has also issued an authorization for emergency use for the COVID-19 vaccines by BioNTech and Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna. WHO grants emergency authorization to second Chinese COVID-19 jab. NCC shares regulatory experience with Guinea-Bissau. The Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of the Nigerian Communication Commission, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, has shared his experience on some of the regulatory models, approaches, and best practices being implemented by the Commission in promoting a stable telecom sector and accelerating digital inclusion in Nigeria. Dambata shared these experiences while receiving a delegation from Autoridad Reguladora Nacional, the Telecom National Regulatory Authority of Guinea-Bissau, who were on a week-long benchmarking visit to the Commission in Abuja today, on Wednesday, May the 26th, 2021. The delegation was in commission to gain insight into NCC's regulatory template as part of the exchange to build stronger bilateral relations with the Commission in the area of telecommunication regulation. NCC shares regulatory experience with Guinea-Bissau. And that was the hot news at 8 from the beautiful studios of JFM 95.5, Jejelaye Garden City of Ogboro Road, Shaki, Oyo State, Nigeria. Many thanks for your time and attention. Good morning. My name is Aminat Olayinka.